Elon Musk recently talked about his worries about how Hollywood stars affect everyday life in the United States. He thinks that these well-known people are slowly destroying the country's ideals and stability. Musk has chosen to shed light on the actions of celebrities that he thinks are bad for the American people. Musk went on social media 3 days ago to say that he was confused and angry about how Hollywood players have been changing the facts and making comparisons between former President Trump and other historical figures. Musk said that these people have been talking about how worried they are about what might happen if Trump is re-elected, using his past actions and words as proof that he is a threat to democracy and individual freedoms. Elon Musk has very clearly explained that a lot of famous people don't seem to care about how their words and actions affect ordinary people in the United States. Though these people are very powerful and have large followings, they often put their own agendas and interests ahead of the well-being and best interests of the people they say they serve. Musk is getting more and more worried about how some famous people are working against the interests of the American people in sneaky ways. He thinks that these people are using their fame and public positions to spread false information, promote divisive stories, and weaken the democratic process. Musk says that these celebrities are using their fame and power to further their own political goals at the cost of the American people. They are doing this through divisive social media posts, politically charged public statements, or sneaky back alley deals. Because of this, Musk has made the moral choice to lift the veil and reveal the troubling truths he has found about these famous activists' bad behavior and hidden goals. He strongly thinks that the American people should fully understand the issues at hand and the part that well-known Hollywood stars play in shaping the national conversation and political scene. The public can only make smart choices and hold these people responsible for their actions if these bad behaviors are brought to light. Elon Musk is the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX and a visionary businessman. He has been at odds with the powerful world of Hollywood celebrities for a long time. You can trace this clash of ideas and personal points of view back to about 3 years ago when the fight over the idea of free speech became the main topic of conversation. Musk, who spoke out for free speech without limits, had a disagreement with celebs who are more politically and socially aware and often use their fame to support different political and social causes. More and more, the lines between the two camps became clear. Both sides stuck to their positions and refused to give in or find common ground, which made the rising rift even worse. The situation got very bad in 2022 when Musk did something very brave. He said he wanted to buy the social media site Twitter. The powerful people in Hollywood were both scared and angry about this decision. They thought that Musk's unwavering support for free speech would weaken the protections and content moderation rules that were already in place to stop the spread of false information, hate speech, and harmful rhetoric. The idea that Musk might have power over a site as important as Twitter, which has become a major battleground for exchanging ideas and shaping public opinion, made things worse between the two groups. As the argument went on, both sides said the other was trying to stop people from sharing their thoughts and control the story. Even after the battle lines were formed, the rift between Elon Musk and the Hollywood stars grew wider. Each side became more set in their ways and refused to move. The ongoing fight has turned into a small version of the bigger debate in society about the limits of free speech and the influence of social media on public conversation. Several famous people, especially well-known celebrities, are worried and uncomfortable about Elon Musk's decision to buy Twitter. Toni Braxton, an R&B superstar known for her soulful singing and #1 hits, has been one of the loudest critics of the changes to the platform since Musk took over. In a strong statement, Braxton said she was shocked and angry by the large amount of hateful and offensive speech she has seen on Twitter. The famous singer-songwriter said she was shocked and outraged by the large amount of racist and offensive material which she thought was wrong and against the principles of free speech. Braxton went on to say that she no longer feels safe or at ease on the stage, and that includes herself, her sons, and other people of color. It was hard for Braxton to decide to stop using Twitter, but she felt it was important to protect herself and her family from the hostile and toxic environment that had taken over social media. Many other celebs have shared Braxton's worries about the scary changes they've seen on Twitter since Musk bought it. Many people have said they are worried that the platform is turning into a place where hate speech, false information, and less polite conversation can thrive. This goes against the values of acceptance and respect that should be at the heart of any successful online community, they say. As the discussion about Twitter's future continues, the actions and words of well-known people like Toni Braxton serve as a strong reminder of how important it is to address these underlying problems and keep the platform safe and welcoming for all users, irrespective of their race, gender, or background. Also, Whoopi Goldberg said what she thought on The View, saying that Twitter had become more chaotic since the purchase. The The way the social media site is changing has caused a discussion and a rift between Musk and the Hollywood community. Notable people like Gigi Hadid and Amber Heard have recently stopped using Twitter, which got a lot of attention. Gigi Hadid said she was going to delete her account because the site was becoming more hateful and intolerant, especially since it got new management. Similar thoughts were shared by users who saw that Amber Heard's account had been deleted, though she didn't give a reason. The departure of these celebrities has made the ongoing fight between Elon Musk and the Hollywood business even worse. Musk has made it clear that he believes free speech is important for everyone, even his harshest critics. In the past few years, this complicated situation has gotten even more complicated. Musk's criticisms of Hollywood and its stars, including Robert Downey Jr., have been based on what he sees as ideological differences and worries about his own hypocrisy. There were a lot of disagreements between Elon Musk and Hollywood because of how liberal the business was. Musk said that Hollywood's political views often seemed disconnected from the people at large, which led to a divisive cultural environment. He didn't like how the entertainment business mostly supported progressive policies, which he thought limited free speech and encouraged a culture of political correctness, which made it harder to have open conversations and hear different points of view. Musk also talked about what he saw as hypocrisy among Hollywood stars, especially in how they deal with social issues and the environment. He said that a lot of celebs who spoke out in support of these causes often lived in ways that went against what they said in public and what they said they believed in. Musk criticized these people for using private jets and having a lot of big homes, which he said left big carbon footprints that made it look like they weren't caring for the Earth. Musk pointed out the big difference between the lofty language and eco-friendly messages that many celebrities spread and how they actually live their lives, which use a lot of energy. In their public statements and social media posts, these stars might praise causes like fighting climate change or supporting sustainability, but he said their actions and choices showed a different picture. As an example, Musk brought up the case of a famous Hollywood A-lister who had been very vocal about the need to cut down on greenhouse gas emissions and switch to clean energy, but who also owned several huge mansions and often flew privately, both of which leave huge carbon footprints. Musk thought this was a big contradiction that showed how some celebrities were acting when it came to social and environmental problems. Musk thought that these public figures' failure to match their private deeds with what they said in public hurt their credibility and authenticity. He said that to really be a leader on important issues facing society, you had to be willing to do more than just speak out and support. You had to be ready to make real changes and adjustments in your life. Musk thought that until famous people were ready to do what they said they would do about social issues and the environment, their words would not mean what they said and might even turn people off. Musk's complaints were made even stronger by his disagreements with people like Robert De Niro, who publicly disagreed with Musk's actions and beliefs. Musk and De Niro often had disagreements because they had different ideas about how to solve problems in society. De Niro was known for publicly criticizing politicians and business leaders. This personal aspect made Musk's criticism of Hollywood stronger, because he saw these conflicts as emblematic of the bigger problems in the business. At a recent MSNBC interview, famous actor Robert De Niro talked about how worried he is about former President Donald Trump. De Niro is known for his roles in many highly acclaimed movies. De Niro has long been a strong supporter of human rights and democratic values. When he talked about the former president, he didn't hold back. He called him a sick person who was given the greatest office in the country. De Niro made a strong case that Trump's position in the White House was a major threat to the foundations of American democracy. He compared it to Germany's rise to fascism. The actor warned that if Trump got a second term, it could put the country in a crisis because of his authoritarian habits and lack of respect for the law. He said that Trump's actions could cause the country to fall apart. Trump is a monster, plain and simple, De Niro said, and his voice was shaking with anger. He seems determined to do the worst things just to get people upset and cause trouble. What he did was really scary, and I think he would go after everyone, from political opponents to regular people, if he had the chance. The famous actor said that Trump's divisive speech was like the rise of civil unrest in other parts of the world. He also said that the former president's continued involvement in politics could cause a similar breakdown of social harmony in the United States. De Niro was very worried that Trump's constant attacks on democratic institutions and his belief in conspiracies could weaken the basic principles of American democracy, making it impossible for power to be transferred peacefully and opening the door to widespread civil unrest. "We can't afford to be lazy," De Niro said, and his eyes showed a fierce resolve. "Stand up and fight to defend our freedom, our beliefs, and our way of life. There are more issues at stake than ever before. and we can't let a liar like Trump lead us toward authoritarianism and chaos. As the chaos in Eastern Europe grows, De Niro thinks about the scary similarities to Germany's past and the terrible things that happened under Nazi rule. As a child, he never thought that such a scary fear could come true, but now he can see how it could happen. Trying to do what is best, De Niro thinks Biden is the best choice for president because there is no other option. But Musk strongly disagrees and thinks De Niro's point of view is completely wrong. Musk says that Trump's presidency is not like Hitler's. He uses the peace deals Trump helped to make in the Middle East as an example of this. Musk also says that Hollywood stars will continue to support the Democratic Party in 2024 as shown by Spielberg's future project, which is not a movie but a political one. The famous director has joined forces with the Biden team to help plan the future of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Spielberg's officials refused to comment, but Puck was the first to report the news. Spielberg has been very active in the campaign. He has been a backer of President Biden for a long time, and his friend and former DreamWorks business partner Jeffrey Katzenberg is now a chair. In the past few months, Spielberg has been to a number of strategy meetings where he has shared his ideas on how to tell the president's story and make Biden's plan for a second term stand out as he gets ready to run against former President Donald Trump in November. In reaction to this, Elon Musk said that he used to vote Democratic, but now thinks that America needs a red wave to save it. This suggests that the conflict is still very much alive.